that we haven't talked.
So I mentioned about I wanted to talk about integrity for a bit, and I think integrity just another side of the word honesty, which I think both of these qualities are very important to anybody or any companies or just any cultural values. I think integrity and honesty is what it is that's gonna get you far and get you really connected with the world, with the people. But I think a lot of what we do today is lack of integrity and honesty because they want instant gratifications and they want the numbers of reading blowing up, and that's the only intention, which is completely opposite to the meaning of doing the news media or being a reporter or just being anybody, doing any kind of occupations. For instance, like I read news every day, mostly just going through headlines because I want to know what's happening today and with the world. And just all the time, these headlines, titles just piss me off right away. I feel like I'm being humiliated just by reading them. Just like the other day, I was reading and there was one article on the front page, and it's something like two girls fighting in a nightclub, and one of the employees knocked the other girl's eyeballs out. And I was like, whoever this reporter or writer is intentionally trying to embarrass their own job. It's the biggest, one of the biggest media paper in our country, and we have this kind of gossip headlines in the front page. I don't know who's responsible for these kind of news headlines to pop up, and if they just want reading numbers to go blow up, why don't they just become a gossip media or tabloids or stuff like that? But they're not. They're one of their like top three or top five news outlet in our country, and their editor allow this kind of garbage to be on the first page. I think is really embarrassing. Being a reporter, working in any newspaper companies, any medias, you have such a tremendous chance and outlet and responsibility to connect people through stories, through writing. You can inspire them. You can, change a lot of things through your writings, through your energy. And they just choose to trash all of it, over the reading numbers and all that. I think it's just simply stupidity. I'm no reporter. I'm no one professional working in that industry, but I just feel like I'm being humiliated by spending my time reading their newspapers, and I think they are humiliating themselves by lacking of integrity, writing that kind of articles. And that's what's like happening in the world today with a lot of things. And I really do not agree with that. I think integrity and honesty is the only foundation that is going to make any corroboration, any media, any companies to go far. Because if you are not genuine and real, you just want numbers, then you're gonna fail sooner or later. Because people are not stupid. They read and they can feel that you are humiliating them with your stupid content and titles. And I hope everyone that working in the newspaper and the media can know how much of an honor that it is to be able to be that person, to send messages out. I really think they should honor their job instead of just doing what they should or what the company want them to. They should have the integrity and the courage to do the right things. And they should leave that newspaper if that's not who they are. It's really not worth it to forget about who you are for a job, for a living, for income. Why don't you just work in something easy like gas station or something? You just pump the gas. You don't need to use your mind. You don't need to use your good heart. You don't need to use your education. You don't need to use your conscience to produce good content. Then you shouldn't work in a newspaper. I'll say integrity and honesty. Encourage my friend are what the faces are for the true reporter. Come on, keep it up. Don't let us down. We're reading,